Hi camera kids! If you're here, you want to learn more about a DSLR camera, like this one. Make sure that you have the camera owner's permission to be touching, playing with, and using their camera, okay? So, we're going to talk about the parts of the camera today. We have the body of the camera, which is just this main part. So I have an example right here. This is a broken camera that I have that's really old. It doesn't have the lens on it. So a camera body looks a lot like this. It's just a big boxy square. You can't take a photo without a lens on your camera. Lenses can come separate. Maybe the person's camera that you have access to has a lens that's not on the camera. The way that the lens is taken care of is it has a little cap on the side that connects to the camera. So this is the side that would connect to the camera. And when the lens is off the camera, we make sure to be very careful to keep that cap on there to take care of our lenses. On the body of your camera, there are a few things that you probably know about, and I'm going to teach you some tricks. This is the shutter button. When you hold it down, it takes a picture. Well, something that you may not know is that if you just tap the shutter button really soft, it will focus your camera. When you push it really hard, then that's when it takes the picture. If you're tapping on your shutter button or you're taking a picture and you don't hear your lens moving, right here at the front, it should move just a little bit. If you can't hear that or you don't think that it's working, you're going to come to the side of your lens and there's a little switch that says AF, MF. When your switch is on the AF side, that means your camera will autofocus. Your camera will do the work. When you tap the button, that's when your lens should focus all on its own. If you don't want your camera to focus on its own and you want to do that, then you're going to switch your switch over to MF. That means manual focus. That means that you can hold the ring at the very, very front of your lens and turn it, and you'll be able to focus the picture yourself. That can be really fun. I like manual focusing. Sometimes it's better to have autofocus on, but manual focusing is more of a creative way to hold your camera and to be using your camera. So on the very top of your camera, there's a dial that has different pictures and letters. You don't need to worry about any of those settings except for the green rectangle. That means auto. That means your camera is going to do the thinking for you when it comes to how much light it's taking into the camera. Auto will be your best friend for a little while you're starting to become better at photography. So make sure that the little line on your camera is lined up with the green rectangle. Then let's talk about holding your camera and taking a picture. We're really used to phone taking pictures, right? We hold our phone out and we can see the picture on the screen and then we're tapping that button. Well, with cameras like this, we take pictures a little differently. You are going to be looking through this little rectangle. It's called a viewfinder. Now, taking pictures through a viewfinder is different, but it's really good because what happens is you are going to close your eye and look through that viewfinder and all you see is what you would be taking a picture of. That's a little different than looking at a screen like this because you can still see all this stuff going on around you and you're trying to take a picture on your screen. So your viewfinder is your friend because it cuts out all this extra stuff and you're just looking at what you're taking a picture of. So if you look through your viewfinder, if it's black, that means you forgot to take your lens cap off. So you take your lens cap off and put it in a safe place like your pocket and look through your viewfinder. This is where you can tap your button for it to focus, or you can have it on manual focus and you can turn that ring and just turn it really slowly and see how that focus works. Isn't that so cool? Oh, I love, love, love looking through a viewfinder of a camera. It makes me very happy. Okay, the other things you need to know about your camera is where the battery is and where the SD card is. So if you flip your camera upside down, this says card/bat. That means card/battery. So your battery, you flip a little gray switch and your battery should come out. Now some of these batteries are gray. This one just happens to be black. So your battery is very important. We want to keep it charged so that when you're somewhere cool taking pictures, your camera's going to work and you don't have a dead battery. So a lot of the battery chargers that are with cameras look like this. There's some dots on one side of the battery and you're just going to slide that battery in there and plug it into the wall. So to put your battery back in your camera, you're going to line up the 4 rectangles on the bottom of your battery with the 3 little silver rectangles inside your camera. So you're going to make sure that they're on the right side. Use your battery to push that gray tab over just a little bit, and then it should just slide and click in. Now, on this camera, my SD card is in the same place as my battery. So this SD card, you can see it sticking out just a little. You're going to push it down, and it will pop up. So then you can take it out and see what's going on with that SD card. Now SD cards, when you slide it in, be gentle. If it doesn't fit in the correct way, just flip it and try that. Then you're going to push it down till it clicks in, and you're set. So make sure you have your SD card and your battery before you go out to shoot pictures, okay? So the last thing we need to talk about is the camera strap. Not all cameras are going to have their camera strap on them. But it's really important, especially when you're starting to take pictures and getting used to holding a camera, to have that camera strap and to wear your camera. So if you're going to stand up from a seated place like this, you make sure you put your camera strap on every time. And when you hold your camera, you hold the side of the body that you take the pictures with, your right side, and your other hand should be under the lens and against the body of the camera. That way your camera is going to be really safe. When you're tightening your camera strap, you want to make sure that your camera is about at your belly button. It can be a little higher even. You don't want it down low between your legs. So all you need to do is tighten this strap, and you should just ask one of your parents to help you to make sure that it's really tight. When you're tightening your strap, make sure your camera is staying on the table. You don't want to tighten your strap while you're trying to hold your camera. So those are all the things you need to know about the parts of your camera. I hope that now that you know those things, you can go out and take some pictures today. Have fun!